Welcome back to Frostpunk. Now recording in 1440p, or 2K as they also like to call it. So, the A New Home scenario was quite fun. I was quite stressed at the end there, as several of you probably noticed. Didn't really expect the end of the game to happen at the point where it did, as the day countdown looked as if there were several days left of the storm. But, yep, that's how it goes sometimes. Especially when you don't know when the game's gonna end because you haven't played it before. I had played the game before, don't misunderstand me, but I had never actually finished the scenario. I hadn't even played up to day 20. So, that was my first attempt at actually doing that scenario. And even though the outcome was debatable on whether or not it was worth it, I'm quite happy that I was able to complete that scenario without being ousted from office or the city simply dying. So now I think we should take a dip into the next scenario, the Arks. I've played 4 days of the Arks, just to get myself familiarized with the Automatons and what the scenario looks like, and the early game priority. But that's all I've played of this scenario. 4 days. I have absolutely no idea how this scenario is going to present itself in terms of difficulty. What I do know about the scenario is that, if I'm not mistaken, we're not getting any more people. We have the people that we start with, and that's it. Other than that, we have to rely on automatons. And in that sense, the game is, or the scenario is being generous with steam cores, which is a benefit, obviously. But we want to avoid people dying. People dying is not a good thing in this scenario. On the other hand, having the people we have in this scenario will be beneficial in terms of not having to worry too much about food. We're not going to have hundreds and hundreds of people in the city requiring food, so that's something that's definitely going to be easier here. But I think that's about what is going to be easier in this scenario. So, the Arks. As the brightest minds of Oxford and Cambridge, we have been sent to save priceless seed and plant specimens from the eternal winter. Do we have what it takes to keep the seedling Arks safe? Now, we're going to play on medium. Everything's going to be left on medium. And that might be a mistake. But see how it goes. The seedling Arks. We have been chosen to safeguard a priceless treasure, the seeds and seedlings of plants from all over the world. They have been deposited in seedling Arks to stop them from freezing. But it falls to us to build a city to protect these precious buildings until the winter ends, however long that might be. The only way to do this is with automatons. We will ensure the green earth is reborn, even if we aren't there to witness it. Let's get to work. So here we are. Factory plans. We have reached the generator site, and the seedlings are safely stored in the seedling Arks. We were supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but the transport carrying the factory plans was lost in a blizzard. We need to build a beacon and send a team to search for it. Now immediately I'll pause the game and I will pass a law right away, because that's something that I noticed in the 4 days that I did play. I forgot to pass a law, which is kind of critical on this level. The law we're going to pass is emergency shift. Emergency shift is slightly dangerous because it can kill people, but it's the extended shift that I'm really after. Let's sign that law. And that has been signed. Now we have these 4 arcs. I'm not sure we're going to complete the scenario having all 4 of them alive. If we do, I'm going to be very pleased with my performance. We have 45 engineers and 1 automaton. So we will never have more than 45 engineers as far as I know. There are 2 heaps of metal. There are 5 heaps of wood. They don't contain much either. And there are 4 heaps of coal. There's plenty of frozen trees. Also, we have 2 coal mine sites here, 2 steel work sites here, and I think somewhere I saw, yeah, in there we have one of those wall. I don't remember the name of it, but the wood harvesting facility that we can harvest wood from the frozen edge. I don't think there is any other oh, come on. I don't think there is any other wall sites here. Apparently we will not be doing any kind of outposts as far as I can tell on this level. But I might be wrong, because the last level I noticed that those facilities were not, or those border icons on the ground didn't always show up. But first of all, let's send the automaton to harvest wood there. We need 2 gathering posts. And also someone told me quite handily that you can rotate buildings. Don't remember your nickname at the moment. I do apologize for that. But by clicking the middle mouse button, you can actually rotate a building. Now, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that's correct. Yep. And we'll build a small road up there. And we also need a gathering post over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And we will also build a small road out to that. But we need the wood first. Let's put 15 engineers on gathering wood crates and 15 engineers on gathering coal. And the rest of them can be builders. And with that, let's just start the game up. Now, I'm not trying to work people to death. It'll be fine. The shifts will actually be used for emergencies, and preferably as few of them will be used as possible. I like the automaton. He's cute. The seedling arcs preserve the seedlings. We must ensure that the seedling arks don't freeze. All the seedlings and many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to the cold. If the temperature in any seedling ark falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. The automaton can actually be given a name, so our first automaton will of course be Duke Peps. There we go. We can dismantle them, but don't worry, Peps, we will not dismantle them. Okay, so we have enough people to start gathering. Let's take 5 people of that one and 5 people of that one and put 10 people in here. And we also need to construct some a cookhouse. Not sure where. There, perhaps. What is the core temp? The base heating level is 1. Let's place the cookhouse there. And we can also place down a couple of tents. Oh, I forgot the road to that building. I need to pause or hold the game paused there. Oh, come on. Thank you. This will also be the road out to the beacon, by the way. I think the beacon is fine to place out there. Also, let's chuck these off so that we can get that road built. Can stop constructing that, because instead we need to build a workshop. Let's build one there. Okay, so now they will construct the buildings. Don't need another workshop right away, I think. What we do need is a medical post. The heating is off, the generator's off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't at least turn it on for the night. We don't really need to, because everything is livable at the moment. But now we need to. Automaton can't refuel. Sir, an automaton stopped working because it was unable to recharge itself from the generator or a steam hub. It has to do that twice daily. In order to make it operational again, you need to turn on the generator. So, for that, I'll turn on the generator. Cookhouse, let's put people in there so we can cook this raw food we have. We can also start researching in the morning, and the first thing we need to research is beacon on this level. Let's employ the engineers and do that again. Beacon, start. As soon as the automaton is done, we will shut down, because now everything is like comfortable and we don't need that. We need 25, yep. We can pass a new law. Let's go straight up and pass extended shift.
Listen, everyone.
And let's build a medical post over there. And we will put these on extended working hours, same with the workshop. That will not please people, of course, but I don't care. Let's build a tent here. And there. I want a fighting pit there, and that will cover all of these 5 tents, which is excellent. Okay, how much is left in this pile? Okay, let the automaton finish it, and then we'll send it to collect coal, I believe. Okay, they have cooked all the food. Let's take them off work. And we need to turn on that again to recharge. We need to research. The next thing we want to research is faster gathering. Now we have to build the beacon. I don't think we're going to build a lot of stuff out that way, but 3, 4. Okay, so 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. We can build it up there. Let's do that. It's not exactly a building that is going to be frequented very often. I would be slightly terrified if I had that thing walking around the streets, to be honest. Wood crates have been depleted, so let's send the automaton to collect coal. Come on, Peps. Get over with it. Good boy. Now, we also want to build a road this way. That's 11 wood. And we can also build a gathering post up here. Is that close enough? No. Build it there. Beacon built. We are no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. Frostland. The only place we can go to at the moment is the abandoned supplies, so we'll send the scout team there right away. Storm on the horizon. Captain, with the beacon operational, we can clearly see the storm approaching from the south. It's still some distance away, but we'd better keep an eye on it and make sure we set up the infrastructure needed to heat the Arks before it hits. And indeed, we can see the storm, and it does not look promising whatsoever. The people build those buildings while they are resting. We can pass a new law. We'll pass the fighting arena law and build a fighting arena there. Fighting arena built. A fighting arena has been established in accordance with the new law. Hope rises. And discontent disappeared. See, overtime work isn't that bad. We have rations for about 4 days, so it really helps having few people. Thing needs refueling. My apologies for calling you that thing, Peps. Pasture gathering has been researched. We need 50 wood to do drawing boards. And I want more scouts, so... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Well... it would be a waste to let people not do anything. Let's go with the sawmill.
Move! Time to get to work.
I think we need to switch you over to collect wood. Scouts have reached the abandoned supplies. Our supplies are covered in snow and ice. They seem undamaged, but we'll have to dig them out to be sure. Recovered treasure. We spent hours hacking at the ice to free our supplies, but we did it. We were forced to abandon them once. Doing it again would be unforgivable. Sites discovered, broken automaton, an icefall mine. 29 metal and 1 steam core. Take them and move straight on to the broken automaton. Wood crates depleted. Let's put those 10 people on... I guess this one. Steel wreckage depleted. Sawmill researched. We have 74 wood, so let's go straight onto the drawing boards. And we can also build another workshop. Steel wreckage has been depleted, so now let's tear this building down and send those people working overtime up there, and also can send some people up there also working overtime. I probably should have shut down the generator, but we have coal for about 3 days, so we need to have steam hubs or heaters by day 6. I think we'll go with heaters first. This one needs to go into overtime as well. Scouts have reached the broken automaton. Only the top of the automaton is sticking out of the snow. Digging it out will take some effort, but should be worth it. Malfunction repaired. This automaton was left where it broke down. Thankfully, we have managed to dig it out and fix it. We can now send this fully operational automaton to the city. Site discovered, lost dreadnought and industrial ruins. The automaton will safely reach our city on its own, which is good. Let's send the scout team on to the lost dreadnought. To get colder, -30. That means these are now down to Chile, which means that on day 6 they will go below Chile and go into cold, which will ruin their contents. So that one is done. We'll take more scouts first and foremost, though. Pass a new law. I'm gonna pass the law for radical treatment.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Of course, on this level we're going to go with the amputees because we need to build a factory here, so might as well have the option to help anyone who might end up gravely injured. Wood crates depleted. More scouts researched. Let's take these off. And the next thing we should research... wall drill, that was the name of those things in the wall. We want heaters. And we also want another scout team. Let's see here, I don't entirely remember where I wanted to send these. Either the Icefall Mine or the Industrial Ruins, obviously. But, see here, the Industrial Ruins contain some resources, while the Icefall Mine contains also resources. Let's go to the Icefall Mine. You guys are waiting at the Lost Dreadnought. Our expedition's main vehicle left hopelessly wedged in a crevice. Exploring it will be difficult, but we have to find the factory plans that are on board. So search might provide any of these, and also the technology for factories. Factory plans. We rappelled down into the crevice, listening to the ominous sounds of the ice cracking under the weight of the steel behemoth. After an hour or so of searching, we find the documents safe and retrieve the factory plans. We must get them to the city as fast as possible. The weather is getting worse by the minute, and we need automatons to secure the city and the seedling arcs before the storm hits. Sites discovered, snow dune and cracked ice. Well now, that is a lot of resources. Let's take them. And I think we'll send you back home. Factory plans found. Excellent. Now we can start setting up the automated infrastructure to keep the seedling arcs at a safe temperature. Bring back the plans, set up a factory, and increase the number of automatons to 3. Low prices. Two days of rations left. We have 5. Oh, you're not doing anything. The seedling arcs might freeze. Captain, in a few days the temperature will drop. Our seedling arcs will be in danger. We have to keep them warm with heaters or steam hubs. I see. I know. Working on it. This building has been completed. Heaters have been researched, so we can turn those on in the seedling arcs. Send 10 people up here. We'll be turn on the heater out there as well. Should start a new technology. I think we'll take the steam hub next. Also, we could use a few resource depots. They are horribly expensive. We'll build 2 of them out there. Does this give us the wood back? Yep. Probably only half of it, but don't need that road anyways. So let's store wood in here. Coal in there. We also need one for steel. Also for food rations. Can almost pass a new law. There we go. There's the care house, but there is also the public house. But if I don't recall wrongly, the public house requires workers, which we don't have. But moonshine would be useful. Let's take the care house law.
Hear me! New law in the city.
Now, I don't think we want to build a care house just yet. This is one of those buildings that can be rotated, that actually makes sense to rotate. But I don't want to build it yet. The wood crates have been depleted. Send the automaton there. And we can build a workshop there. Are those expensive? No, they are not. Let's build another one there then. They have building insulation too, so... Scout unit number 1 have returned safely to the city. And the other one has arrived at the Icefall mine. This mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. Must have been abandoned a long time ago. A hasty exit. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the buildings suggests they were abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. 86 metal and 202 coal. Yeah, that's something that I can be happy with. Let's send them to the industrial ruins. And then we have the snow dune and the cracked ice. Not sure if there's anything at either of those. Send them to the cracked ice. We need the speed upgrade as well. For the scouts, that is. When it's done, put in engineers. And they are done researching. For level 2 we need 75-25. Lighter scout sleds is in that level. Resources. We need a hothouse. we actually need that quite quickly. How can there be 8 people working there when you only have... Okay. Automaton reaches the city. Sir, an automaton has reached our city. It is fully operational and ready for work. Let's pause the game. Not sure where it... Where is it? I don't know, but I'll send it out to collect coal for now. This one, overtime, man it with workers, please. And we can build factory. Base heating level 2. Yeah, let's build a factory there. I don't know how big the hothouse is. They're not going to build it now anyways, because everyone's at work, but... Okay, fundamental research. Sir, an engineer is asking for a day off to study an automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learn how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I take a closer look at any machine, I can adjust it to improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? I'm fine with that. Carry on with the project. Ah, here you are. You will be Baron Tunefix. I think we can also... Now I'll wait until that coal pile has been depleted. Hothouse has been researched. Let's just go ahead and do the next research, which will be drafting machines, and then build a hothouse. Yeah, it's bigger than the factory, so we'll build that there, and we will build the factory there, and then we will build a steam hub there, which covers all of these buildings, which is quite handy. Steam cores. We have just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We cannot manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. They will. Don't worry. But I think that's a good time to end the episode. So, things are looking promising now. We'll see how long that'll remain promising. But for now, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one.